Hello and welcome. So today we're going to talk about the sixth energy center, and that is the third eye. It is located here on your forehead, and it is the one that people who are spiritual tend to, or newer to their spirituality, tend to like to work on or are most curious about. Okay, so what the third eye represents is your intuition, okay, your inner knowing, the connection of yourself to your inner instincts, and then also your connection to your higher self, which resides within you. Everything that you have and need is already within you. All the knowledge that you have and need, it's just a matter of discovering it. Okay, and through your intuition is one of those ways. All right, so the third eye, again, is kind of, it takes a trust, okay, a trust to know. How many times have you been like, oh, I had a feeling that was going to happen, but I did the opposite? Or, oh, well, I had an idea earlier in the day that I probably shouldn't do that, but I did it anyway. You were kind of ignoring your intuition, okay, or what some people call your sixth sense, okay? And there is a way that you can develop your sixth sense so that you actually can not dismiss when synchronicities or your intuition is playing a role. So have you ever walked into a room and you just like instantly felt the room as being negative, or that maybe someone was talking about you or about things that you weren't supposed to know or whatever? You just kind of have that like sense that something's not quite right, and that is your intuition. The other time that I like to describe it is when you're maybe like going up a flight of stairs or just walking and you just sense that there's a person behind you. Okay, so that is your inner knowing, and that is your intuition, and that is what the third eye helps us to develop. Okay, so we have our note that we have for this is the A note. And this is the symbol for the third eye. Okay, our inner knowing. Okay, some essential oils that are good for this is clary sage. If you're trying to go to sleep at night, it can be lavender. But I would probably say, also frankincense and myrrh, my two favorites that I like to use during the day. But today we're going to do the clary sage. Okay, so sage is about cleansing. So let's do that. Okay, so go ahead, even if you don't have your essential oils, just rub your hands together and generate some energy for our third eye. All right, and we're going to breathe in and let go. Anything blocking you from having clear inner knowing, clear inner vision. And breathe in and breathe out. Any blocks of you thinking that you cannot develop this area, we all have the ability to do that. And breathe in. And breathe out. Feel yourself open with the color of indigo. So right here, you're gonna have a circle of indigo, which is this color, kind of a bluish purple color, ball of light, and it's gonna expand. Okay, so let's talk about some of the crystals that are involved with the third eye, my favorites. Okay, so first we have lapis. So lapis lazuli, it's pronounced a couple different ways. That's the way I'm going to pronounce it. I used to actually pronounce it a more fun way that I knew was wrong, but I will spare you that. So this is lapis lazuli. This was thought to been used in ancient Egypt by Cleopatra for her eye makeup because it was very expensive. And it was ground down into a powder for like her eyeshadow, and so anyone who was at the status or caliber, which were usually royalty, used lapis for their makeup and in other ceremonies. All right, then we have one of the most common ones, and that is amethyst. Amethyst is beautiful no matter what. It ranges from different colors. There's all different types. I like, and I have my piece here, and this one says meditation. Okay, lapis said past life, and this one says meditation. So again, we're reaching back to our ancestors, our inner knowledge, and sapphire is another one. But this is amethyst, it is a birthstone, and so is sapphire. Okay, I tend to like, oh, and here's the back. If you've never really seen like how it is in the rock, like this is how you would find it. You wouldn't even know it's there, would you? Until you dug down, okay, in the earth. All right, so, and then we have another one of my favorites. It is, I wear it, and it seems to always be my go-to, and that is labradorite. Okay, so labradorite, I realize it might be backwards in the video, but our inner knowledge and our eyes, which are represented with the third eye, can read things even though they're backwards. Our brains can understand it. Okay, so this is take action. And I have a beautiful piece of labradorite right here. Okay, and you might not be able to see the flash in there, but this one has blue on the back and on the side, and then it's more of an orange and yellow in the front. So another stone is this is a K2 stone. It's from the second highest mountain, but this is azurite. Okay, the blue part in granite. So azurite is a blue stone. And then we have indigo gabbro. Indigo gabbro is beautiful. If you look in it, it has flashes. It won't pick up on the video probably, but it's kind of a purpley kind of in the depths of it, with some black and then some purple flashes sometimes. But yes, this stone is also called the Merlin stone. Okay, so if you remember the story of Merlin, the magician, okay, he did magic, he used his intuition and his third eye knowledge. Okay, so with that, I have some cards. Let me go ahead and do our sound of the A note. Of tea. Okay, to help us with our third eye knowing. The other thing we have while I get these cards ready is, we talked about clary sage, and I actually have clary sage in a essential oil. That's the one I used. But this is also a sage. Okay, so we can light our sage. This is a white sage here. And I have a friend joining me. He just loves when I meditate or do the sound bowls. So this is some sage. This is white sage. This is called, how this is picked is, it is picked in a sustainable way, and it is blessed by a shaman in a ceremony. Okay, so it's ethical, and we'll just put this right over here. Okay, so our card that we have to meditate on, we will shuffle, and this says, do others see me as being overly intellectual? Do I have a hard time concentrating and keeping my mental focus? What distractions do I give into? Is it easy for someone to fool me? Obviously, I allow my dog to be a distraction, but he's already moved on. So he just wanted to say hi. So because he does love manifesting, and he loves all things spiritual. So that is something that you can meditate on. You can journal on. You can rewind this video if you need to grab your journal and think about that while I play our note of A for our third eye. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you on the next video, and hopefully you learned something from this. If not, we can just, if you already knew everything in this video, I hope that you enjoyed sharing space and time with me while we confirmed our knowledge together. All right, everyone, I hope you have a trust your intuition and have a great rest of your day. Namaste.